With these pair, I'll cover both seasons. The warm growing season and the darker die and dead season. This one is more green. The actual wool part is green and brown mixed. The face part is mainly green with a little bit of brown. This one is more like different shades of brown for the wool, and the front is more green and black and brown mostly. A few splodges of green there, black. It's more the winter sort of wear. I find this one is not quite as good. The front face covering material is thinner. That one's a bit thicker. This one seems to show up the white inside. This one is black inside, just got the white edge, but I've never had a problem with that. But this one is white. Easily fixed, slight modification, but I find that this curls up and leaves a white edge to the top of my nose part there, in between my eyes. Just needs a slight modification, that's all. But I certainly find, no matter how funny or ugly they look, I find these to be one of the most effective. The eye holes are not too wide, more or less in the right place, so I can use these with a shotgun or a rifle with a telescopic sight. These, I would say, are one of my favourites. This one I've used for many years now, and I've never had a problem with it whatsoever. And with the amount of shooting that I do, I think by now, if that would have come up as a bad one, I would have noticed. I've certainly no complaints with either of these, apart from that slight modification that's needed. But these are one of my favourites. This is a very simple design. Again, one of my favourites, but it has a few drawbacks. The pattern is good. It's easy to slip over your head. Simple to use. And I find it's very effective. But the one problem being is it's see-through. In the wrong conditions, your face is quite shiny underneath. But in the shadows, on dull days, it's not a bad thing to use. If the day is a bit bright, what I tend to do is just put a mask underneath. Kind of defeats the object, you might say, but the advantage with this, it's lightweight, it's easy to put in your pocket and take with you, takes up no room, and it does the job incredibly well. It can be used with either rifle or shotgun. It's not exactly the best, but if you're looking for something that's easy to carry, easy to use, then this is certainly worth considering. Just a simple head net. This is one of the most effective face masks that I've found so far. There's a drawstring and a toggle at the back to adjust, but I found it's a nice fit to my head anyway. There's a 3D effect by the leaf patterns that's stitched onto a clear net, see-through net. There's browns, greens, greys and blacks. Good combination of colour, nice texture. And round the front, a nice large area for your face. A veil that goes down across the front. I think the manufacturer had the idea that when you wanted to take the shot you just lifted the veil up. I found that trying to take a shot with the veil down was rather awkward. There was always folds or creases like this. No matter how much you think it just dangles, but it blows around in the wind and creases up. And I found every time you took a shot or tried to take a shot, your view wasn't exactly the clearest. I'm not sure if the intention by the manufacturer was that when you want to take a shot you lift it up, but to me that wasn't good enough. So what I do, a little bit awkward because of the tight fit, I should say the close fit to my face, I tuck it in, I spread it out and make sure that I've got a good clear view through the net part there in front of my face. Takes a little bit of fiddling to do, a little bit awkward, but once stretched out and in place it stays there, and then I know when I need to take a shot nothing is impairing my view. The only very minor criticism I've got after that is this outer circle. It's a bit stiff, and this seems to show up as a darker pattern showing as an O shape around your face. Very minor criticism though. I found that when in use it blends in incredibly well. Very lightweight, easy to store in your pocket and take with you. To me, this is one of my favourites. It blends in winter or summer. Green leaves, if you're stood next to a bush, or brown dead plants, vegetation. It seems to work in all situations. Nice and light, airy and cool in summer, and okay in winter. In the really cold, miserable conditions, you might want to wear something a bit warmer, but this, certainly does what's needed. It blends in with the vegetation around you, and to me this is one of my favourites.